Yeah, good morning, wonderful people. You're welcome to the program this morning. This is Bystanders and Nuisance. I'm Christian Chiku. Today is the 10th of March 2023, and we are still talking about the elections on the mind of Nigerians. Yes, I have the Nigerian Tribune with me here this morning, the Nigerian Tribune. I also have This Day newspaper, Abiodun Jago Street. Is the place we are this morning, and behind me I bystands deliberating on the reports that we have on the newspaper headline this morning. I'm Christian Chukwu. Once again, welcome to the program. Let's go straight to the newspaper headlines. This day, above the masthead says court orders INEC to allow use of temporary voters card in the March 18th polls. Court orders INEC to allow use of temporary voters card in March 18 polls. It is not general. It's just two persons that took INEC to court. So the court gave them that go ahead to use their temporary voters card. Two persons, not everyone. Justice Obiora Egwatu of the Federal High Court, Abuja, yesterday ordered the Independent National Electoral Commission to allow eligible voters with the temporary voters card participate in the March 18th governorship election. It's going to be a tough election in Lagos and other parts of the country, and we are waiting. Yeah, Tinubu, Obi's U.S. agent impersonating Nadeko leadership to discredit my free mandate. Obi, U.S. agent impersonating Nadeko leadership to discredit my free mandate, says that using his platform to struggle against him is fraudulent, insulting and laughable, declares that he staked all for Nigeria when Labour Party presidential candidate was either hobnobbing with the military or nowhere to be found. Main headline, despite global outcry, Buhari defends Tinubu's victory. Despite global outcry, Buhari defends Tinubu's victory, says that he had no plan to annul the 2023 presidential elections. Yes, that's from the president. Mobilization for Obarabori in Delta State. PDP candidates, Ifeanyi Okowa, and some Ohanese Indigbo people organizing a mass mobilization for Obarabori. Let's look at the Tribune this morning. Yesterday morning, 6 died, 70 injured in train Lagos government staff bus collision. 6 died, 70 injured in train Lagos government staff bus collision. Sonlu declares 3-day mourning calls for blood donation. Driver undergoes psychiatric drug test, remanded in custody. We warned driver before he crossed the rail line. Victims narrate ordeal. Federal government calls for investigation. Buhari, Tinubu, Gbajabiamila, governors mourn. Also, 10 die in Oyo, Ogbomoso road accident. As court orders INEC to allow 2 voters to use a temporary voters card in the March 18th governorship election. Nadeko has no branch in the United States. That's a Padokun. Tax Tinubu on ensuring federal constitutional governance. 1 killed, 15 injured as APC PDP supporters clash in Bauchi. This the picture of this incident yesterday. The scene of the collision of the train and Lagos staff bus. Here is lawsuit. People outside receiving treatment. We have over 70 injured, so no space for them inside. They have to bring them outside to receive treatment. And also the wife of Lagos State Governor, Dr. Joke Sanwo-Olu, and also the wife of Deputy Governor, Mrs. Hamdat, visiting the victims. Nigerians voluntarily donating blood for mass casualty of staff bus train accident in Lagos on Thursday. Good morning, I have my Oga. Good morning.
Morning.
Yes. Yeah, they're asking that what happened yesterday. Go and donate blood for the victims of yesterday's train collision. Let's talk about it. Could we avoid that incident?
Actually, under a good governance, such a ridiculous incident will not come up. Because we have a flawless government, that was why it was happening. The tragedy that occurred yesterday, unfortunately, innocent people died unnecessarily because of the poor plan of Lagos State government. And how could we prevent such incident to occur when a good master plan of a train rail and the BRT on the road, good road has a special designation that will separate the train, despite even the what's it called, the train controller was heated. But because of the small space that's been provided by the government, that was why the coalition was very versatile. It's rather unfortunate Lagos State is observing bad governance.
No, are you blaming the government? He said the driver was at fault.
Despite a driver's mistake, the state government has a poor plan in Lagos State. That was why we have such an incident occur.
The BRT lane is here, the motor lane is in the middle. How come it was able to swerve into the train track?
It was because of, I didn't mean it was separated. There was
barricade.
There was a standard barricade. Was there is no way it can maneuver. But because of the bad governance, we try to maneuver planes and ship it to the other side.
That is a federal,
and that way we
federal
cannot.
Government project. The real is a federal government project.
Despite that, that road you are seeing is being managed by state government. Because it's in your state, you need to manage it because citizens rely on the government. Whether it is federal, whether it is a state, they are both APC, they are a failure.
Okay, let's move on. Lawsuit. Many people lying outside. Lawsuit is not able to contain the casualties.
That is another situation. Look, another situation. The General Hospital of Lagos State, where their high gear is over, I think is over 40 billion monthly. And you have such substandard hospital. No.
No, are you going to say that hospital? Because that's one at the Keja.
You know, do you know the volumes, the citizen in Lagos metropolis? When you want to provide amenities, you measure your size of the populations. That is how a good governance plan. Don't tell me a story that because what is the even give me that excuse where you put somebody that is in the lifeline and you put it on the floor, bare floor. It's rather unfortunate. We are observing a bad government. Thank God we are going to change a Lagos State government. If a INEC, let me call it INEC again, INEC can do a proper, follow a electoral act. Let the masses choose their leader. Don't select for them. The situation we are having in the presidential system is that the INEC forced Tinubu on us, and where we are not voting for APC. It's only a madman can vote APC in these circumstances. When the masses are going through a hell. Mentally, we are suffering. Physically, we are suffering. Spiritually, we are down. Why are you going to force people on us? That is what I'm asking people. A bad governance cannot be encouraged. This is what INEC was telling us. We should encourage a bad governance. Where a Supreme Court has no say. Because in a democracy, we have a three tiers of government. The executive is being independent, the legislative must be independent, and judiciary must be independent. They have their role functioning. But where executive overshadows everybody, I don't think we can have a better society. This election must be annulled or you do a proper thing. If not, Nigeria is not the one that selected, that choose Tinubu. On the random circle, go and check what has done so far. They go against the INEC INEC guidelines that are provided by 2022, signed by President Buhari,
The Electoral Act.
Electoral Act, signed by Buhari. Section 60 stipulates, which is clearly order subsection 4(5), directly, simple English. Even you are a madman, you will read that English and understand it. Immediately after the correlation of the result must be transmitted into the INEC server. Even there is in that other cases, you must announce to the participant that we are observing so calculated within a month. Phrase that and you go and organize corrupted election. Go ahead and can be announced. Highest number of votes, 2/3 of 24 states, which is 25% of 24 states. Then lastly, and must be in a FCT, that is Federal Capital Territory, and is quite different from including. And I don't see where a mad and they call them sound in Nigeria. Is that a sound that will compromise a million Nigerians to subject them into a poverty and wish to continue in that reign? No, it's a pity. And we thank God we see those that still have a mental sound. We are many in Nigeria and we are going to reject this thing. Even if the last drop of our blood, we are going to reject it. Nobody will accept what is not acceptable.
They are in court. The court is on session.
That is why the election was postponed. They must inspect what INEC brought to us and must be fully. And they want to do that excuse to us that because we have an election tomorrow before, I thank God we are still having a little bit trust because APC, anything can happen. Anything can happen. We have no government right now. We are in a banana land where animal rules us. So what we want is let the rules take its course. The legislative made that law, Electronic Act, and they made it, and the INEC accept it and bring their guidelines. The constitution against what the declaration of INEC, Electoral Act against the declaration of INEC, then where else can they get that justice that they will tell us Tinubu won election? Which election? Is there any election?
Who do you think won the election?
The election would have been free and fair if Electoral Act has been followed toe to toe. Do you know we will be seeing our results coming in polling unit by polling unit and will be collated word by word, from word by word to local government by local government, from local government to state by state. There won't be any hindrance for looting. You see, we will be clearly. When you see Ekiti election, do you think that is election? When they write election? Or do you see Rivers threatening a commissioner, a returning officer of INEC to go and write the result? If you don't write it, I will kill you. From blank, Imo, is there any election? Where INEC was shouting, announcing, there is no election. But they are writing, the state government collecting their paper, writing the results. Many like that. Kogi, hijacking ballot paper and the material, INEC material, writing the results. Lagos State, that Labour won. Majority of the polling units where they see that they don't have power. Bakabi Amila, the third, you call him speaker, Abi? Is that a speaker of Nigeria? That's bringing thought to the stability because he wanted to come in by force, by fire. Is that election? If the election will be transparent, the way we inherited it from the US, I think APC will have dead right now.
Okay, thank you very much, my guy. Thank you. I have a Mazi Chigozie. Good morning, Mazi Chigozie.
Good morning, Christian. To my esteemed fans, good morning.
Okay, let's move on. Let's start with the incident that happened yesterday. 17 injured, 6 died in train Lagos government staff bus collision. What's your take from what happened yesterday?
It's unfortunate and it's a needless death, and it's really unfortunate. That is what is happening in Nigeria. Some accident would have been averted, but unfortunately, it is unfortunate that people's life are not given any priority in this country. We can imagine if a government-owned public transport system could not be well managed, and those that were employed by the Lagos state government as drivers are more or less people with questionable sanity. How can you be plying such routes and you don't take precautions? And I was learned, I saw the video. Some people claim that the driver was using earpiece, and it's unfortunate. It's negligence of duty, and that have cost the lives of innocent passengers who were rushing to their respective places of endeavor, who decided to patronize Lagos state government transport system. But unfortunately, they never knew that they were just conveying them to their graveyards. You see, it appears that the BRT has more or less become, in recent times, a death trap, being used by kidnappers to adopt people. And look at this recklessness on the part of the driver. And I learned that the driver was not part of the casualties, but he have, out of negligence and irresponsibility, taken the life of the citizens. It's unfortunate. I think if I have my way, I will drag Lagos State to court, because they should be made to pay damages to these families.
We have over 70 people lying outside Lagos State. Yes.
Endless money.
Many injured. The Lagos State University teachers could not contain the injured. Some of them lying outside, taking physical attention.
What does that speak about Lagos? It shows that humanity is at the risk of a very serious calamity, where even the health facilities are nowhere to be found. With all the billions that have been allotted to them, you see, and I visited one of the health facilities about 2 days ago. It wasn't something to write home about. You see, if an institution of the states in that caliber could not absorb how many people were in the BRT to cry, so to say, it means there is something very fundamentally wrong with the system, of which no one can live in that, can deny the reality on ground. It's unfortunate. But then, how long will this continue remains an endless rhetoric.
Okay, let's move on with Buhari says that despite the global outcry, Buhari defends Tinubu's victory, said he had no plan to announce the 2023 presidential elections.
Before you come in terms of reality, who really emerges as the winner of this election, you should consider these few facts. A man who lost, 13 million voters rejected him. and 25 states rejected him. His state of origin, Osun State, rejected the man, and the state he claimed to have built also rejected him, which is Lagos. Abuja being the seat of power, where the leader of the APC, precised as the president of Nigeria, also rejected the party and his personality. His running mate, who is the VP, lost his state in Borno State as a show of a vote of no confidence. And his deputy chairman lost his state, which is Nasarawa. His party chairman, Adamu, lost his state, which is Nasarawa State. How many states have been lost? Then the DG of his campaign, his presidential campaign, also lost his state, lost to state, to the opposition. Now, the president, who is the leader of his party, also lost Castina. Now, where indeed did this man really win? It's unfortunate that INEC forced him on Nigerians. Do you agree with this submission? If in both all the principal or key players in this APC lost to the opposition in their respective states, then where did he win? That is a subject of controversy. If you even lost your body loan, then where actually will you anticipate the winning? Is it in my hometown, Imo State? I knew for sure my mother never voted for APC. And I'm very much convinced that you never voted for APC. Unless you are telling us a different thing. Not an issue of, this is an issue of concern, whether you live in denial or not. Are you not being affected by the system? So why should you be indifferent when it comes to issues that borders on your existence? You know you are suffering this thing, or otherwise you are telling us a different thing. You are eating the money alone, and you are not telling us. So if a man who has lost, the only person I might believe that I may vote for him is Kunle and Niyi, which invariably, because of their parochial mindset and the ethnic bigotry, might not consider the implication of doing the same. But I am not in any way saying that he might not have some sympathy votes from the likes of, if Taiwo or Odulami is here and Funegas, they may have considered him as their choice candidate irrespective of, and even your CEO, I know he might be in Assumption, might also mobilize some people to vote for APC. But that notwithstanding, the voice of the masses have been heard loud and clear. And you cannot deny the fact, of course, the silence across the length and breadth of the country presupposes there is something that went on which people are not happy. I believe you are not even happy. Even those who were declared winners knew for sure that they never deserved that. If the people can reject him, if Adamu, the head of the party or national chairman, can lose his own state, his own polling unit, and the campaign director general of the campaign also could not deliver. Buhari could not deliver Castina, could not deliver Abuja.
Festus Keyamo.
Festus Keyamo, that one now worst. You see, it's only their blabbing, ranting. If those people could not deliver, who actually delivered the supposed mandate? It becomes a subject of arguments. So any responsible and right-thinking, deep analytical thinking personality will understood that something went on the ball.
We have been governorship elections close. Some governors are giving dividends of democracy to those they are increasing salaries, providing transformers a week to the election.
Did I hear you say a week to the election? That is perhaps the height of hypocrisy, the height of irresponsibility and deception, which I believe the Lagosians who understood what is playing out might, of course, possibly may have made up their mind who they wanted to vote. So if you have denied people the dividends of democracy for the past 4 years or so, or close to 4 years, and you are now just at a minute lapse wanting to make create such impression that never existed, that you cared for the people. Well, it's not for the people to know and to, of course, decipher what is really playing out. But I knew that for sure, those whose cars or vehicles were impounded can never vote for the party that be, because that will be a very strong point that will count against the incumbent governor. You see, I knew that most of the impounded cars or vehicles have been released to the owners because of the election. So it's unfortunate that the essence of governance has been defeated. The priority and the safety and the welfare of the citizens have not been prioritized. They are just gallivanting around the electorate because they needed your votes. And now it has become more clear that the rigging machineries put in place might not work for them at this time. So they are now counting on how best to possibly cajole the people and get their endorsement for the next 4 years, which unfortunately might not go down well with everyone who refused to take heed of this caution.
Okay, if justice is not served or seems to be served, what do you think will be the aftermath of this election?
Well, I am not here to speak for anyone. I think the Nigerian masses have come a long way, and I believe that they have the right to make their choice or decision. And also, if that is not okay with them, you can seek redress or whatever you think is a way forward. But as far as I'm concerned, I have told you ahead of time that I have no confidence in this electionary process and even the electoral umpire. And you see what is playing out. You see things, you try to analyze things based on facts, based on realities. And when they are playing out, you don't have anything to hide. You are now seeing it that the INEC boss have shown its level of unpreparedness and insincerity, so to say. A man who told you that he's going to do something and refused to do it, and have no any logical reason why he didn't go ahead to do that, then that man should not be taken serious.
Okay.
If you are banking on his statement, on his words that there will be a credible election comes 18th, then you should be looking so stupid. Because a man who could not deliver 2019 credible election to Nigerians, and they have a repeat of 2023, cannot guarantee the gubernatorial election to be free, credible, and transparent. But you can also decide to trust him to your own peril. That is immaterial. But my position is that these monsters, this power torso or power intoxicated men cannot go down without a fight. But how committed is Nigerians to this fight? Most of them are giving up and throwing in the towels, paving way for the continuity of these people to perpetuate themselves within the corridor of power. That does not suggest in any way that I am interested in the revalidation of this system.
Okay.
My advocacy for humanity is the disintegration of the Nigerian state.
Okay, thank you very much.
Which I believe you might not totally agree with me. But it's a matter of time. You will have no option than to come to the reality and to the realization that The only way forward to entrench progress, prosperity, and respect of people's rights is the disintegration of the ungoverned space you called Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Master Chikos. Have Edo no be Lagos.
Edo can never be
Edo,
Lagos.
they are donating blood now. They are donating blood.
To Lagos people.
Yes.
And we after that is sacrifice now. They know waiting. I never chop say I go donate blood. I go donate blood. Now
Kule has donated blood before.
who told you Kule do? Who go see Kule face and say you donate blood? You won't die.
He said yes.
It's a lie. Can somebody just tell you something, say I do that and you believe? Who will see Kule now look in face? When you see Kule face, see Tinubu face. Have you ever, can you take 1 minute look Tinubu face or Kule face? You look like a monster.
But
how can you look
Nigerians are
monster,
needed to
say they
donate
go
blood for these victims.
Need-
They are Lagosians like you.
I mean, let me tell you, it's a sacrifice. How can you see train, you pull head? Some of these drivers, all these BRT drivers, they are not human beings. It's all this stuff they pick on the road. And is it? Okay, let me give you an example. The same BRT last year, a lady was killed in that BRT. Understand me?
Bamishe.
They will say devil.
Bamishe.
Bamishe was. They killed him inside BRT. Because of the kind of driver they have in BRT and not being monitored. They just go there and employ them. If you see the way they drive sometimes, Terminal Bridge. Say this is government vehicle. They don't monitor. Even they don't use AC now. Understand me? Governor went to rush because of election and cut 50%. And people are now rushing it. How did you check the driver? Check the driver. How can you see trade? And don't forget, that junction in GRA, they have policemen there. They have all this last man there.
I don't think
They have all
I've
this.
been working since the election.
You know, because someone who want to lose election, he now asked last man to go back home. They should start preaching goodness to the people who they offend for years. Now they should release the vehicle they seize, VIOCs. Ask the question is that when Ambode was there for 4 years, Ambode never allowed VIO to work. Stop road safety, stop all this stuff, and people was happy with Ambode. But when someone who come, he said he come to Sanwo Igbese. His name is Sanwo Igbese, not Sanwo-Olu. Sanwo Igbese me pay your due money to Baba Saleko. Are you getting me? And now, road safety, VIO, last man, started hunting many Lagosians. And at the end today, because just few days to election, hey, yeah, your sin have been forgiven. Your car will see, go and recover your car. Okada can go everywhere you like. BROT, no problem. You see, that's why we're having this problem. How can you say a trade and you enter and people tell you not to go? Are you getting me? That I call it sacrifice. That's a sacrifice. Sacrifice people blood for them to win that governorship election.
This is an accident.
My brother, everything that happens has time. It's a sacrifice.
Okay, so you are not going to donate blood.
Which blood? Have I eaten? I never eat. You know where I get blood from? Who can see Kule now collect blood? He won't die. He won't die. You could see Kule, only his face. And the way face look like that's how they say blood. Black blood. Black. So Kokoro and Pami and Outcry, everything. Who will take Kule? He just come to tell life for you. Don't worry. Kule will still come and tell you now, I have donated blood. I don't even go to the place where that happened.
Okay. Despite global outcry, Buhari defends Tinubu's victory.
What do you expect? They are the same. They were born the same day. Two devils. Buhari is a devil now.
He's your president.
He's not my
Don't
president. How can you say
president.
president? When Supreme Court give order, a president refused to listen. Is that a father? Is that a president? Has he said anything? People are dying. Imagine, I went to type letter this morning looking for a job. And they collected 2,000 naira. That job was 1,000 naira. I had to spend 600 naira to make sure, buy money, use money to buy money in your country. You are telling me I have a president. This system has collapsed. Nobody's in charge now. You're on your own. you can create government on now on your own, just like Ogun State. For 4 years, Ogun State don't have governor. They don't have speakers. That one no. The only thing that one know is party. They have to go to party, burial ceremony, marriage, go to Ogun State. No, you cannot mention one road. Say this is what I done in Dapo. And that man is shouting.
Road.
Look at the bridge that Amosu left, and that bridge just 90% completion. That was supposed to happen. What he said, I don't know why people are living there. How can governor be saying that? Now he's not going around begging people, just like someone who is begging market women now, begging everybody. Ejo, Emma Pinu, Kiri. Before you know now, by the time he came in, I will start paying double taxes. Our house rent will increase. Before you know, Agege look all the judges in Agege local government. They are almost 90 years judges. 90 years old, all they know. They will tell you, when you want to go answer the judge, you will say, oh, Jebi. Just say, Jebi, you Jebi. Say, when you Jebi, you ask you to go and pay ransom, you go. That is stealing. I'm telling you, I'm not happy.
So far, there's an outcry that INEC has not given Labour Party ABC access despite court order to the Beavers.
You can see the ringing now. That's why I say we did not believe our court. If court who we believe the savior of the country are behaving like that, what of the Supreme Court? That's why they say, don't worry. Just do anything you want to do. Go to court. After all, you won't get justice for court. That's why I say this Saturday, I won't tell you lie. Everybody will do, whether you do, whether call God, call Moses, call Egbesu, call everything. Do what you can do to make sure you win the election. After all, go to court. That is Nigeria for you. Everything can go. What is it country? This is a country. This is a banana republic. Even Togo is better than us. Yes. Even Ethiopia, Sudan, Rwanda. Kenya. Go there now, they are looking fine. Kenya. But we have Kenya. They say, what is paining me? They say we don't have money. They say Nigeria don't have money. Go to Banana Island, go to Lekki, go to Morocco. You see what they are building there. You see what is going on there. You see plain houses, cheap houses. And this money, we are looking for this money here. You'll be using 1,300 to buy 1,000 naira. Right. This money, now no money again. And Nigerians are enjoying it.
No, nobody's enjoying it. So
look at Georgia country. See how people are pushing out. People, Israel, they are protesting. Go to Israel. Go to Georgia. Nigeria. Oh my God. They are calling Emefiele.
They are blaming Emefiele.
Why are you blaming Emefiele? Why are you blaming Emefiele? Emefiele is a messenger. Emefiele is a messenger. He's a CBN governor. Messenger. Okay. Hold on. That is why I said Aboki, they are in charge in everything. Even Turubu going there, Turubu cannot do more than them. They will tell you what to do. Otherwise, they will tell Turubu, let me tell you, this election was arranged. They arranged it. Arranged it. Bella say, arrange it. You know that song? Arranger. Arrange it. It was arranged. Don't worry. You pay your state. Don't worry. All we are targeting is that presidency. Then we give you Abuja. We give you Kasida after I'm going. President is going. You go and enjoy yourself. Then take this, then we increase some number in other states. They let them cry, go to court. I get to me. Today, the meaning of that is to climb Aso Rock today. If you want to do anything, they will tell you, say, hey, come. You know you did not win the election. We expose you. Or you have won this, won this. They will comply. All is that they are calling him president, my president. I'm telling you, you have to do their bidding. Emefiele is doing Buhari bidding. And Buhari came out and said, I order money change. 1984 was Emefiele was not there. Emefiele was not there. He do the same thing. The man brought wickedness at the 10 minutes of going. Wickedness. 10 minutes. If Buhari brought this wickedness 2019, do you think we vote for him? No. But I'm telling you, Obi win this election hands down.
But you were supporting the president.
Do you know why?
Way.
Do you know why I support? You know, I was supporting to favor our party. At the end, it didn't work out. But I'm telling you, I'm telling you that another thing is that, see, if you take the policy, it those that doesn't have money, those that doesn't have money, it affects everybody. Whether you have, you don't have, affect everybody. What I'm saying, you brought this policy, Abi. We didn't know it was a plan. It was a plan. We were thinking it's a plan to demoralize other parties. It was a plan. They planned it. Okay, I ask you a question now. Even those that have money, they don't cry. They see money from the bank managers. I'm telling you the truth. If the big men are really crying, they will come out. This will change. Go and find out now. They spend money. Big men spend money now. Are they not buying fuel? Are they not going to many places? Are you getting me? So I'm telling you, it's affecting mostly the poor people who don't have money in the bank. Because those who are helping you, those who are bringing money for you, they don't bring anymore. Even though they bring, you cannot access it. But a big man will tell you 20 million, they will get it. I ask you a question. How did they get 32 million naira on Friday before the election? Somebody, a new cash. Naira, how did they get it? There was a lot of flying news. They withdraw 500 billion to A, to B. We had done something ourselves. If we want that job to be done, let Nigerians come out. Let's come out. Stop. You don't need to kill. You don't need to carry a gun. Let's come out and protest just the way the judges and Israel are protesting now. You don't need to carry cutlass. Let's come out. Everybody is staying in one place. I agree. Angry. I'm dying.
Who do you think won the election?
Obi won the election. Obi, even my Bollywood, let me tell you, even my Bollywood, Obi won PDP, won APC. Poly 093. What in Okeda? Obi won the election. And that's what I tell you, so it was a manipulation. They have done it. They have, in the spiritual realm and physical in Abuja. It was done. It was done. But today, but I'm telling you, Nemesis will catch them one by one. Already, one of the REC has opened up that result was announced in due rest. And INEC sack one of the REC. INEC should sack himself. We will sack the INEC chairman. Moshe will be sacked very soon. But let me tell you, that mandate will be recovered back to Obi. Whether court or no court, angels will come down and hand over certificate to Obi. Obi won that election, to be frank. For what? Your world. How you know imagine first time? No world rejoice, we did not rejoice. Those who are congratulating Tinubu, come back and tell you the truth. Say, my brother, you did not win this election. So I am saying, please, Nigerians, let's come out. Don't carry cutlass. Don't carry anything. Nothing like protest. Already we are protesting. I'm here protesting that election must be revised back to Obi. At least just give Obi 4 years. Just 4 years. 4 years. It's okay. That's the only thing. I'm not with myself, but I'm not frustrated. But I'm telling you, Obi win that election. See, don't be surprised. What happened in Kenya will happen to Nigeria. If the judge are hearing us, Nigeria will decide on that very day. But the job of that court, the job of the court, we will go there, we will make sure we are there to see the judge face, to know them. The judges who will judge and say, to win that election. The election was won by Obi, Labour Party. Forget Obi, Labour Party won the election. That's it. So my own is that God will come down. Otherwise, this country, I pity this country.
As Minister of Yam, what is happening?
My brother, where's the yam now? Nobody is talking about food again. Where's the money to buy food? And again, we are just praying by the grace of God, so that at least let Nemesis come for those who make this country ungovernable. Let's God come and pick them out of this country. I like good people to rule. They say when the good people rule, people rejoice. But today, Tinubu was announced. People are not rejoicing. Even animal, even pigeon, even anything are not rejoicing. Cow, goat, Nobody dey just see. We have money in Nigeria. Nigerians have money. Nigerians have money. Nigerians have money. But very soon, God will come down and restore the real winner.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Lucky. Let's have Mr.
Did you hear Lucky mention Kule's name?
Did this guy mention my name?
No.
Say my name. He said my name.
No.
He said
Wait. At the beginning.
Why he was speaking here?
No, at the beginning.
No, why he
Of
was
his
speaking
speech.
here?
Of his speech. At the beginning of the speech.
Why he was speaking
Why
here?
he was speaking, he didn't mention his name.
He said he didn't mention him as he was speaking here.
At the beginning. That was when. Let's move on. Let's go. Okay. Let's move on. Court orders INEC to allow use of temporary voters card in March 18 polls. I don't know whether that judgment is fair to all others that, because the case is that they could not get their own voters card, permanent voters card.
But the issue is the judgment is only applicable to the two litigants.
Is it a fair judgment to others that?
I think it's fair, but it's not applicable to other people who fall in that category, because according to the court, the case didn't come under representative mode that would have applied to other people that have the same issue. So it is restricted to only the two litigants, though INEC had indicated interest to appeal the case, but they say it's not in tandem with the Electoral Act. Whenever I look at it, until set aside, those two Nigerians are eligible to vote by that court order.
Okay, let's move on. We have governors getting close to the electorate now. We have dividends of democracy, increase of salaries, remuneration, and so many things. What do you think?
If you see the last election, the presidential election, you see that the electoral brigandage lack clinical precision.
Okay.
I think that best explain the reason all the political parties, the major political parties, are trying to perfect their techniques in trying to do things differently. Because if you see in Lagos specifically, the way Lagos State is trying to reach out to the people, it tells you that they know that if INEC do the needful, if INEC follow their guideline, that they may not win the election in Lagos State. Don't forget that INEC spokesman, Festus Okoye, Vice Festus Okoye, told us repeatedly before the election that the new Electoral Act, particularly Section 60, Section 2, makes it mandatory for the presiding officer to transmit the election result in a manner that shall be prescribed by INEC. And when INEC will roll out their guideline, they specifically mention that polling unit results should be transmitted to INEC server directly from the polling unit. That would didn't happen. But again, let me quickly say that there's a wrong narrative that people are trying to front in Lagos State. The reason the ruling party in Lagos State is finding it difficult is beyond what people are looking at. I want to say this for purpose of emphasis, because this idea of people trying to demoralize the Igbos in Lagos State is wrong. In as much as you are an Igbo man, you are from Niger Delta, you are from Middle Belt, you are from the Core North, you are an Yoruba man, you are in Lagos State, you are eligible to vote wherever you register. But the angle I'm going is, it is not by coincidence that Lagos State government went the other day and started releasing vehicles that were impounded free of charge to the owners. Because they knew that this policy, this law is hitting hard on the people and that people are not comfortable with the enforcement. So they know that it is part of the reason their performance was bad in that last round of election. Can you forget the issue of go and check all these yellow buses? They pay through their nose. And they want a system that will reduce their hardship in terms of informal taxing system. And the money they pay, I doubt whether it goes to the state cover the way they pay it. Go and check all these keke in Lagos, keke Marua. They pay as much as 1,005, 2,005 on daily basis, depending on the route. And you think they're comfortable? Don't forget that recently, before the election, the government mooted an idea to unify the paying system of these buses, that once you pay 800 a day, you don't pay any other tax to any person. But the system did not allow it to work. Or can we forget in a hurry about the NSAS situation, where after the whole thing, we saw the leaked report of the panel in Lagos State, and the Lagos State government, through the governor, said he wanted to do a peace walk. Should we forget in a hurry that the last of fast, Fela's son, rejected the peace walk, telling him that he should go and do justice to the they need justice for the victims of the NSAS brutality, that is SARS brutality. So what I'm trying to say in essence is the abysmal performance of APC in Lagos State is a combination of different factors. It has to do with policies of Lagos State government. It has to do with NSAS. It has to do with extortion from all these bosses. It has to do with extortion from Maru operators. It has to do with the hard-handedness of LASMA. Go and ask people who own vehicles in Lagos State. At every given opportunity of any minor traffic offense, they pay as much as in form of bribe. 50,000, 150,000 as the case may be.
In form of bribe.
And they stand the risk of losing their vehicle if they don't part away with such money. So people, there is a combination of different factors that make people to turn against the government in Lagos State. So the first narrative of Itisibo is a wrong narrative. And let me ask you this. What makes a Sanwo-Olu a better Yoruba than Jandon? What makes me a better Yoruba than Labour Party candidates? Because this narrative that if you vote any other party apart from APC in Lagos State, you are enemy of Yoruba, you want to take over Lagos. Who is taking over Lagos? Nobody is taking over Lagos. I listened to somebody who tried to look at even the president-elect himself. The wife is from Ishekiri, Delta State. The son married, one of his sons married from outside the country. So if the Labour Party candidate married from elsewhere other than Yoruba, does that remove him from being a Yoruba man? But what I'm saying is that it's without prejudice to wherever any person decides to vote. But I'm trying to say that it is a wrong narrative to say that people want to take over Lagos, because all the candidates of all the political parties are Yorubas. And if I decide to vote for APC or vote for PDP or vote for Labour Party, I'm voting a Yoruba man. So that narrative is wrong, is a recipe for crisis, and I think people who are fronting it should rescind that move.
Okay, let's move on with what happened yesterday at PWD Ikeja.
It's quite unfortunate from what we learned that the driver high-handedness led to that unfortunate incident. Because if you look at the account of survivors in that vehicle who have narrated what transpired, what others said, they cautioned the driver to wait. He refused. Don't forget that the train cannot stop abruptly while moving on. So for me, I think the driver, there's need for punitive action after proper investigation. But since we're already hearing eyewitness accounts, people who were in the vehicle narrating that they cautioned the driver to stop, to wait, and he refused. He went ahead, and we now saw these unfortunate incidents. It's quite unfortunate because so far, I think from what I read, about 7 persons have died. Quite a regrettable incidents, an avoidable one.
Are undergoing treatment.
We hope the death toll do not increase. It's regrettable because life is sacrosanct. We cannot create life. If anything we can do to preserve life, to avoid such circumstance, is better we do it. Most especially as the passengers in the BRT bus saw it coming. They cautioned the driver, but he refused. It's quite unfortunate.
Okay, let's look at despite global outcry, Buhari defends Tinubu's victory.
I do not hold Buhari as responsible for the electoral brigandage, because I believe that if he had reined in his power, they will see it as a usurpation of power of INEC, since INEC is independent. I heap the blame of the electoral brigandage on the table of INEC chairman, who has the mandate to conduct election. Because if he knows that he does not trust people who were managing the technical department, the IT department, he needed to do a reshuffle, knowing that the blame or credit of the electoral process will go to him. So for me, I exonerate Mr. President, and I blame the office of the INEC chairman squarely And this is the worst election we have ever seen, because for me, this is pure electoral brigandage. And I think it lacks technical precision, because otherwise Nigerians will not be seeing the loopholes that led to the electoral fraud. Okay. For me, I think, personally, I've lost confidence in INEC. The only way I can bring back that confidence is if I see their performance in the next round of election. But for now, nothing INEC says that will make me believe INEC.
Okay, at this point, Labour Party hierarchy laments that INEC has not given them access.
It's quite unfortunate. What you just mentioned is quite unfortunate. Because don't forget that even before INEC went to court to challenge the order of court to allow PDP and Labour Party inspect the electoral materials, the order to allow them inspect the electoral materials was subsisting. Why? And according to Labour Party, their technical team, their legal team have been visiting INEC on a daily basis without access to their electoral materials. So for me, I think it's a deliberate attempt to delay or to derail the litigation, because those inspection is vital for them to gather the necessary information needed to prosecute their case. So I do not have confidence in INEC, if I must say.
Someone says it is not Yoruba people that are saying if you vote for Labour Party, you're enemy of Yoruba.
Anybody that is saying it, APC talks, Abi.
That's what somebody is saying.
No, what I'm saying is, I'm sorry, I don't think I use Yoruba, but what I'm saying, anybody fronting that narrative is wrong. Like I've maintained, both the PDP candidates, the Labour candidate, the APC candidate, they are all Yoruba. If I decide to vote for Sanwo-Olu, I decide to vote for Jandon, I decide to vote for Badebo. I voted for a Yoruba man, and I voted for somebody of my choice. So it is wrong to front such narrative, and anybody fronting it should exit from it. Because like I said, what makes Sanwo-Olu a better Yoruba man than Jandon or the Labour Party candidate? So the narrative is not fair to the other two candidates.
Okay, let's look at the cash. Nobody is taking responsibility. Nobody is standing his ground to tell us what is happening.
The issue is, the way it stands today, the court are giving judgment. In a safe society, it behoves on every person, it's incumbent on every Nigerian to carry out the order of the court. Because however I look at it, the Supreme Court...
You said it is incumbent on every Nigerian. But
once
the
a
CBN
court
has to...
listen carefully. Once a court gives judgment, it's incumbent on everybody to enforce it. But when it comes to assertive enforcement, you now look at the security agencies, particularly the police. But when I mean incumbent, if they give me the naira, it's behoove on me, having seen that judgment, to accept it.
Because if you go to court,
that is what I mean, it behoves on everybody. But when it comes to assertive enforcement, to compel people to enforce, the onus lies on police. But having said that, I think because we have seen in the past where the government has set bad precedents, where the government willfully disobey court order, federal government. We have seen so many of such in the past. So that would explain the reason Nigerians are wary of obeying that order. We have seen even in cases where government will disobey an order, the person go to court to obtain a granting order, compelling government to obey the initial order, they still flout it. So I'm not surprised that people are refusing. I've seen cases where they ask somebody, take this 1,000, the court has said we should take it. He said, go and give it to Supreme Court. So it's not surprising because the government set past precedents. But I want to tell you that over time, people will get over it and start accepting. Because I can understand that as of yesterday, I learned that the filling station was already absorbing it. So gradually, people will get to accept it. But I blame the situation on the government attitude before now.
Okay,
thank you for having me.
I'm Mr. Kule. Mr. Kule, good morning, Mr. Kule.
Good morning. Thank God it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday.
This man is passed up. We need to observe 1 minute silence for the departed soul. Lagos is mourning now. Yeah.
May their soul rest in
May their soul rest in perfect
Amen.
peace. Yeah, amen.
It was sad yesterday.
It is sad.
Early in the morning,
And we're
8
still
a.m.
mourning. Lagos is mourning.
8 a.m.
So we got to mourn and mourn.
What should have been the preventive measures?
I'm not at the accident scene. I wasn't at the accident scene, so I cannot. And I think they've set up a committee to investigate, what really went on. But I'm so sad this morning. We are battling, and those guys that died now, they went with the struggles of the currency war we are fighting. You know, that one alone is a double jeopardy for them. May their soul rest in peace, because this country is going through war now, and the war we are fighting now is currency war. And I don't know when this madness is going to end. The way it is now, we are not living as a normal citizen of a normal country. So to me, I rest my case.
Okay, somebody says no election is perfect.
Sure, all over the world.
No election is
All
perfect.
over the world.
But you can improve.
You can
as time.
improve on it,
As,
yes.
time. As Nigeria improved over the years.
Look at Trump election. There was an allegation that it was a Russian victory, because there was allegation that Russian hacked into their server, their system, right? Just to favor Putin. Just to favor what's it called, Trump. So the way it is, they have flawed election all over the world. So we have to just keep improving on it. And either Tinubu win, either Obi win, either Atiku win, all of them should come together and see how they can better the life of the citizen. And if they cannot do that, let us go on restructuring, because that's the only way we can get out of this
mess.
Mess.
Okay, like say, have Nigerians learned any lesson from the past elections?
Like what lesson? What kind of lesson are you looking at? It depends on
ballot box snatching.
That one can never cease. That one can never cease until you make the citizen okay. You make them comfortable in their land. You govern until all those leaders sink deep, or all the mass itself, they wake up from slumber that they need the right way of life. They need to live the right way of life. But as we are now, when there's frustration on the face of the citizen, what do you expect them to do? And somebody will now offer them so amount of money, get this dirty job done for me. And you think they will not go swing to that way? Say, okay, this may be part of my own share of the national cake. It happens all across the board. But what I just don't like is they should not just factor it on one area alone. All across the 36 states, no state can come out that there was no rigging in during this election. There was no rigging in their state. No governor can come out, and no presidential candidate can come out that there was no rigging in his domain. So that is the balancing of equation me I want. Obi, Tinubu, Atiku, they rig for them. Mind you, they caught some people in Casina, in the control room, that they quickly profiled them, and they discovered that they were hackers that they brought in to come and hack election. And suddenly, immediately they were caught, PDP came out that they should not. Those guys are just tech boys. They are not. So what will you say about that? In Anambra, there was voter apartheid because the people cannot come out boldly say they want to vote APC in Obi domain. You see, so the whole thing went wrong. But if we want to heal the wounds, all of us have to accept, not playing game on one person, not blackmailing one entity alone. And I could see Lucky ranting here. I think I've suggested that guy needs rehabilitation. So the way it is, to me, is part of the bad generation of the youth we are talking about. Because when you resume at PDP secretariat almost every day to be waiting for the handout, right? I've seen him 1 or 2 times there, and I told him categorically, you people are bringing bad governance into this country, because money you collect from them, they will count it as at least you are a stakeholder in sharing the money, because part of the money they share to me. And I keep saying that anybody that said he had given me penny throughout this APC, they should come out. One time like this. I'm an independent voter, and I have a right to follow who I want to follow. So I have a right, and that is why when they born us, we have different names. Yeah. You are Christian, me I'm Christian. So we are different. Then we have different vision. We have different, reasoning. So that is it for me. But for people attacking me, say I'm supporting someone at this my age, you cannot use money to buy my conscience.
I will say it all loud and clear. You cannot use money. I'm not the type that you use money to buy his conscience. If you dislike me, you can hold your money. You are not God. God is the provider of everything in life. Yeah. So you are not God. So to me, you can't buy my conscience, and that is what I stand for. And to me, I prefer to be a prisoner of conscience than a prisoner of criminality.
Okay, let's move on. We have Buhari saying that he is defending the victory of Tinubu. If you are aggrieved, go to court.
That is it. That is it. That is it. Also believe in the third arm of the government, which is the most vibrant.
Do you trust Buhari's judgment?
Do you trust Buhari's judgment, or do you trust the Supreme Court judgment? You are putting the
No, the Supreme Court have not given a verdict on the election. No, it's the INEC that declared. So
you said it now. You said it now, and somebody said it that no election is perfect.
Yeah. Do you trust Buhari's judgment?
Judgment on what?
On this.
On this election.
Yeah.
That make me to congratulate Tinubu. As I am now, this election, some people are saying how many million? 13 million people rejected the Tinubu. 13 million. How about the millions of people that voted for him? You want to tell me the North? They are not relevant in this calculation any longer. And the Lord not vote actively for Tinubu. And they are waiting for them to come and cancel that election that they voted. There was no Bulabalu from the North that there was rigged, except some pockets, places, some
The professor in Kano State came out figuratively to say that.
Who won Kano? Did Atiku contest Kano election?
Yeah,
Results. He contested it. The results that he won. Atiku won Kano. No, Kwankwaso. Sorry, Kwankwaso. Did Kwankwaso contest the election that he won?
He has refused to congratulate Tinubu.
But he has not been saying anything.
Yeah,
so that is silent.
He said why I refuse to congratulate Tinubu, because he never believed that the process was fair to him. That's what he said. Yeah.
Due to what they did to him in Kano. What they did, in which the House leader is facing this thing now.
In Niger State, Mina, some people were caught writing already results for the governorship election that is coming next week. You saw that video?
I'm not saying. But the people that are bringing out that video, why they don't capture the one that happened in their domain? I've never seen obedience coming out, and their proof and their facts that in the East there was, there was there was rigging, there was intimidation that went on there, that people cannot even come out. One lady was killed day before yesterday, 3 days ago, for supporting APC. They don't look at that. You see, you have to balance. You have to if you want to come for equity, you must come with a clean hand. But are those people talking? Are their hands clean? Ask them. I'm not saying APC did not rig. I'm not saying, but PDP. I cannot say there wasn't the pocket of rigging. All election, all over the world. Trump election was rigged. Rigged by the Russians.
Let's move on. Attack on Igbos, their shops, and this narrative that if you are not voting for our person, you just pack your load and go.
No. Everybody has a right. Everybody has a right to vote who he wants. And what is going on is the same thing that is going on here. Attack on Kunle. But you never mentioned that. You never put that on the voice.
It is clear.
On the voice.
They don't need to say it. It is clear.
That I've been attacked because of my...
You have been antagonized.
I've been antagonized, And not even antagonized, attacked likewise. To the extent, people are abusing me, putting themselves in the place of God. But when God vests for them, when they see the wrath of God, nobody them go stand. Funny guys, I appreciate you.
Taiwo Dolade.
I appreciate all of you, Jane, and all the good people, all the God-fearing people.
Donating blood. They're asking for blood donation at Lasut.
I will go there this morning too, because I'm a blood donor ambassador. They mocked me here this morning. That you
don't worry, just stand your ground.
I don't listen to them any longer. One of them is at my back again.
He's your big brother. He's your big brother.
No, he's coming to bully me, intimidate me. But I can never
But
be
you're smiling.
I can never be. That is to show that I can never be intimidated.
Okay.
I've gone through that. I've gone through activism under military. So he is a bloody civilian. I cannot even be intimidated by him. We know what we faced. We knew what we faced during Nadeco time. We knew what we faced. I know what I faced then during the Abacha era. You know, so I witnessed all those things. So nobody can just come down and start bamboozling me. That is my own.
So I was saying, we stand with Kunle all the way.
Yeah. Thank you, my brother. One love. I appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
God will keep blessing you people down the truth way, truth path. God keep blessing.
If there's left, there's always a right.
Left,
So
right.
two
Yeah.
hands.
For me, I don't want to go left.
I don't know who is left or right.
We people are the
there's
right
a
wing.
right
We are the
and
right. We are the right
right
wing.
wing. Okay.
Why the should say the blackmailer, the character assassinators. They are
Making
the one on
allegation,
the,
very strong allegation.
I know now. I know them. When they start yabbing you, they start.
If they go to
you.
court now, you bring evidence.
I will bring evidence. I know their names now.
Okay.
I know their names.
Okay.
I know their name.
Okay.
They call me thief. They say they're thief. They call me this thing.
Thank you. Yeah, you're a public figure, so you should expect such things. Yeah. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Christian, good morning. Then I'm trying to send my message across to the victims of the Laga bus, Lagos official bus, collision with a train. You understand? We are with the families of the dead. We are with them in prayer, and we are still asking God to give them the fortitude to bear the loss of these people.
Okay, let's move on. Blood donations.
Yeah, blood donation.
I'm asking a question now. Nobody's saying, are you an Igbo, Yoruba, and Hausa to donate blood? So everyone is being called to donate blood. Nobody is segregating at this point in time because they need that assistance. But when it comes to elections, people are segregating.
Christian, that is how Nigeria is. Even I would like you to throw more light on that, in the sense that during football game all over the world, you see Nigeria, Hausa man, Fulani man, Yoruba man, Ijaw man,
Remember that match in Ghana?
Thank you.
Everybody, they travel from Sokoto, Bauchi,
Yes,
they
yes.
came to that.
Yes, everybody will be one. But when it is time to eat, I don't know what I understand. When it is time to share the national cake, Hausa man will grab the whole cake and hold it on his hands and start giving us with his left hand. And on getting to Igbo man mouth, instead of putting it straight, Hausa man will put it here. They will deny it to us. There will be no cake. So all I know is that donation of blood is certain for the victims, because this time around we are talking about life. I think you understand. It has nothing to do with sentiments. We don't need to segregate.
Saying it to those that are causing division.
Division people, the people that which Nigeria divide, people that said Obi is not Nigerian, people that are saying Igbo man is not a core Nigeria or this, that they won't give them power. I think understand. I'm telling them that the blood donation now, can we divide? Can you tell Igbo man that is giving these people blood that they are not Nigerians? Can you deny Obi if Obi want to give blood that is not a Nigerian? Are you going to tell Yoruba man that he's an Oduduwa, is not a Nigerian this time, Oduduwa? I'm telling these things straight to people that are dividing Nigeria by themselves, by their body movement, by the way they cheer government position. Federal character. El-Rufai did not tell Buhari that he did it badly. He did not do it well. Federal character, only Hausa Fulani. Can we name the official positions occupied by these two tribes? They speak common language. That's why Chief of Army Staff is Hausa. That's why IGO Police is Hausa. That's why General of Custom is Hausa. Immigration Hausa. Everything Hausa. Donation of blood. El-Rufai should be here. El-Rufai should go and give them blood. Igbo man is not needed to be there. We conducted election now. Somebody went there and hijacked the power. It's being guarded by the what? Military men with gun. Now, why? Because the power wants to go to southeast. Now that it's time for donation of blood, You can see fat Igbo man, you can see fat Igbo woman, they are going there to save life. People that are causing division in Nigeria, you should caution yourself. You should go back to schools. Most of you are not only literate, but pre-literate. Pre-literacy is worrying all of you. I want to assure you that man was born before education. Yes. See, people that are causing division in Nigeria, they should go there. There are many people lying helpless in the hospital. Screen anybody coming from the doorpost. If that person is from Abo, send him back. If it's from Ogbachuku, send him back. Enugu Onitsha, send him back. Imo Ebonyi, send them back. Because we don't want them in Nigeria. Division. If anything like World Cup starts, send the fan at your home. Send the Iwobi home. He's an Igbo man. Send him to the home. He's an Igbo man. Anything World Cup, Igbo will play. Nigeria will carry cup, go. Hausa man will be happy. Fulani man will be clapping hand. Atiku will be happy. Buhari will be happy. Daura will be happy. Mele Kiari will be happy. Igbo man scored the goal. But on cheering what? National cake. Rotational presidency. When it was Southeastern, that time, Atiku know he will flew from Dubai. Dubai president. Yes. It will come from Dubai and hijack power in PDP. Yes. They would have favored Mwike from Ikwere, Mwike Ewa Pilamu. They would have favored him during the convention. Kalama Sokoto State Governor. Tombola hijacked power. How did he hijack power from Mwike? He collided with Atiku. The whole Fulani hegemonies, they gang up against Mwike because Mwike is from the Igbo extraction. That was how they hijacked PDP. But on getting to Olympic 1996 in Chicago, USA, Kanuwan scored the winning goal. Nigeria, dirty men, your teeth are smelling. You guys are stinking with iniquity. Useless thinking politicians. Hey, Nigeria don't get Olympic. Oh, who did that gold Olympic? Who was Choma Ajunwa then? She was Igbo and she is still Igbo. Is a woman. An Igbo from Igbo extraction. Everybody rejoice because the gold is coming to this extraction. But the people of the southeastern hemisphere, they are responsible for that victory. Atiku took the glory. Babangida took the glory. Tinubu was happy. But coming to cheer national cake, to rotate that power so that Igbo man should handle it, they will block it. Arrange pass, wayo. Because an Igbo man, this morning I don't come to smile with you. It is time to go and donate blood to the train victim. Any Igbo man that crossed that hospital, I'm sending my message across. They must block him on the gate. Separation, segregation, apartheid policy. Anything that comes to Southeast, wallow, abomination, where Nigeria is. Nnamdi Kanu was freed in the court. The only person that was freed by court in Nigeria, and Mr. President said, no, remain there. He that swallows Sudala seed does not even try to measure the shape of his anus. Christian, he does not know the shape of his anus. Anus. When you are choking your brother, your brother is favoring you one way or the other. Forgive him. Okay? But there is no more forgiveness again. See, come quote me. Obidati. Two of them are to be inaugurated. Come quote me. Okay? As I'm talking to you now, Nigerians, Igbos, Yorubas in USA, they are not happy. They are blocking American embassy. It cut across ethnic divisibility, or you call it division, or bigotry. Go to White House, they are blocking there now. Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba. Well, meaning diaspora Nigerians, they deny them their vote. Many years ago, they have been clamoring, begging Nigerian government to partake in election in Nigeria. I mean, diaspora Nigerians. They said no, because they know Hausa man that lives in California is a wise man, educated man. Exposed man. Because they know that Yoruba man that lives in Maryland is very, very exposed. Very, very learned. I listen to me. Have you forgotten that one of the person that has been helping us, petting us in this platform is a Fulani woman? Hadia Halima. Very nice Fulani woman because he lives in America. Nigerians, you people need exposure. Travel. The Yoruba miscreants that went to Lodia Papa and set Igbo chops ablaze. They were not exposed because they did not travel. They don't cross Onitsha Bridge. They have never ever in their life transport themselves from Lagos State, Oyo State, Ondo State, Edo State, Delta State, into the southeastern Nigeria. They've never crossed that head bridge Onitsha. That's why they found it very, very enjoyable, pleasurable, maltreating the Igbos, telling me that Igbos are not accommodating. I laughed yesterday. Somebody consulted me at First Gate. He said, Otukuka, the reason why they are treating Igbo like this, in a jokingly way, is because Igbos are not accommodating. I laugh. I said, conduct your own research among you guys, engineers, at the First Gate Mechanic Village. You will find out that if they are 45, 15 of them marry Igbo woman. They give them healthy children. As I'm talking to you now, I went to sell my wallpaper at my right hand, that upstairs there. Na Igbo woman. If they marry Igbo woman, if he sells the Yoruba man, they jump. Because if they cook better food, give him. Why not go marry Yoruba woman so that you go to cook a wudu for him? Every day wudu, every day wudu, every day wudu. Mix up with Igbos. Igbos are the best accommodating people. They accommodate everybody. Adekunle Fachanu was my friend in 1989. I was at number 31 of Lano Road. I allowed him. I gave him our palace steam room. We slept. He told me he's from Oyo State. I was interested to have known him. Fachanu became my friend when I was in my early 20s. I was not up to 1989. Me and this guy, we were like this. I was happy. You are telling me that Igbo man doesn't accommodate him? I accommodate Benue people in my father's house at Oflono. I'm not from Usuka, I'm from Anambra. I accommodate Fachanu, my friend, the first Yoruba man I befriended as a man, Fachanu, from Ibadan. I fed him that night. We slept on the parlor. We on our farm. We on lights. We yarn, Oga, anything speaking. Telling story, I like it. We talk story, me and him, till sote they come break. Because it seems like this English I'm speaking is not penetrating inside you. That's your medulla oblongata. So let me just use common language. Nigerians unite. Give your big what is it? See, people don't get accidents now. At Ikeja, they are donating blood, Igbos. Make I tell you people, another Olympic don't they come, Igbo man go wrong. After sprinting, come back with gold. Ona go benefit. What in Igbo do now? Now the can was freed. Malami said no. Igbo, my enemy, now the can no go. Buga, I don't know that one whether or Buhari self. I just they talk because we are calling him Buhari. It is too obvious. He wasn't the one. But anyway, let us say that man is playing Buhari, Nigerian president. He's one of the cast. If I'm casting as a person that is casting, maybe during filming, Buhari, the character that is playing Nigerian president, was annoyed with Igbos since 1970. In 1970, a carry gun killed 1,000 Asabamen because they speak Igbo. That is hatred. Abhorrence. Animosity. Reduce your hostilities against Igbos. They are human beings. In 1930s, the same white Jews in Germany were killed by what? Germans. Because we have Jew blood. Igbo, Obono ka bulunu tofiakwa. Obono wele bulu Igbo onu. That person has failed. They killed our brothers at the concentration camp in their millions, grinding them. Igbo, Ogeni Melaye. Who is that person that sent that curse or curses across to the Jews, both white and black? I'm telling you, I'm sending it back to you in Jesus' name. Listen, Christian, why is it that when it is time to suffer, the whole Nigerians, they will withdraw? Igbo man will come. But in Igbo shop at Olodia Papa is the greatest mpo alu that has ever occurred in the recent time. Who sent them? Because they are trying to intimidate us not to go on the vote. They said we will not go and vote. That's why they're burning our chops. They're setting our chops where we earn our livelihood ablaze. They set Ladipo ablaze. They set Alaba ablaze. The people that come Ajagule, they set it ablaze. The people that come to do that job, sorry, we are their name. They beat some of them and tie them because they think that Igbo man is intimidated. Okay? We are not intimidated. We are not timid people. We always stand by our rights. And let me tell you, if you want to try what I'm saying, come to Anambra. You can't intimidate strangers. And we, in the Anambra, we are not intimidated. But if you intimidate strangers in Igbo land, God will take it upon you. It is Igbo tradition. But what I'm saying is that if people are intimidating us across Nigeria, and we the Igbos, we don't intimidate strangers in our land, those people, such people, are heaping what? Charcoal of fire, curses upon themselves. They will never rise beyond their height. They will never rise beyond their position. They will never rise beyond their standard of living currently in Jesus' name. See, let me tell you, the mood I come in this morning, I did not come here to pet the truth. Petting. Oh, truth, Mr. Truth. Oh, truth. I come here this morning to rubbish the truth, Christian.
Okay, thank you.
And I think I've given it enough rubbish.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I'm my engineer. Good morning, engineer. So much. I need to talk about the beavers machine because you said you're a technician. Is it compulsory that INEC reconfigures the beavers machine before it conducts the governorship election?
The truth is that it's not compulsory, but if that's what they actually say they want to do, let them do, because basically INEC is independent, but it's subjective to what? To a law who actually control is fair, which is the INEC institution. So they can actually reconfigure, but it is not compulsory because that is
would it in any way tamper with the already existing information?
If it reconfigure, it will definitely wipe out the record that has been
Reconfigure.
Yeah.
Will wipe out the record.
It
But
will
there's a
wipe
back
out.
end that they are going
One thing is the internet. No matter how much it wipes out, it will wipe it out from the system, not from the internet. Anything that has got into the IREP is not imputed into the internet, so it is very difficult for you to wipe it up from there. So the only thing is just that they want to replicate what is in the IREP along with what is in the paper, so that they can be able to add some synonymous record for them to present. So that is just the basic thing in there.
So would it influence the suit going on in the court? Because you need evidence.
Definitely it will. It will. If there is one thing about courts, it's just that Nigerian courts over time have been infused with repulsive corruption. Not just corruption, repulsive one. You see somebody who will see blue and will call it green or black. That is that. So the corruption has eaten deep into the system of men that people will naturally not want to vote. But now I think they are afraid of the people. So that is why things are working in this manner. And it's working progressively in that, because they don't know what the people have in mind in doing. So the court system is afraid of the people. And being afraid of the people, they want to do things as basically right for the system to be able to work out for the people's choice.
I believe Nigerians would find it difficult to trust INEC at this point in time.
Definitely, Nigeria has never trusted INEC. In the time of Maurice Iwu, we had a lot of issues with Maurice Iwu. When Jega came, we have a lot of issues with Jega, but because there was no computerization to back up our issue or claims, it has become something people overlook. But now, because the present INEC, which is Mahmoud, promised that he's going to follow the system and the rules and regulations
the
of
Electoral
INEC,
Act.
which is the Electoral Act, and the Electoral Act, what he presented for the Electoral Act is what people are accepting. Are you getting it? Which is the pivot. So you cannot present one thing, and at the nick of time, you are not presenting another thing. Nobody wants to take it, and that has been the problem. So the issue is that the only thing INEC will do is just to succumb, humble himself, and follow the rights of the masses. If not, I know, even in the north, if a northerner, an aggressive, you know how aggressive northerner can be. If they catch INEC, they catch Mahmoud. Mahmoud won't survive it. He should go and ask El-Rufai what happened to him when he went to his old hometown. And before he could come out, you heard that he was shouting that Christians should pray for him, that they stone him. Now, he did not know that Christians are actually existing when he was doing what he does. But anytime he's sick or he has the coronavirus, you ask Christians to be praying for him. I don't know why he should be doing that in the distance. But they are seeing the difference between them that claim to be Nigerians and the real Nigerians now.
Okay, the shift in the governorship and state assembly polls, there are disagreements as to the INEC is having a grand plan to probably truncate the elections by extending. How long does it take to reconfigure something like the reverse?
No, what happened is that INEC has been rejecting the inspection over time. So because he accepted the inspection at a later time, so it's to actually want to extend some operationability even up to this day, in which we take them time to reconfigure. So that's why they have to watch ships. So let us believe that a platformic situation is like that. So let's not anticipate for what we don't know. But we know what is happening at the back. But we just keep on, so that you not go and say something that they will end up trying to fight against you for. So let us see it in that straight road. Because by any deviation, they will get it from the people. Because the people have said this is what they want, and they have to succumb to what the people want.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah, God bless you.
Okay,
yeah, who is online this morning? Let's get our people contribute to the program. If you see Sunny Media, yeah. Okay, Mr. This is Shima. Yes, you are online. Let's get a contribution.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Christian. I don't know if you can hear me because I'm in my working place, but I need to contribute this morning. Well, Mr. Christian, unfortunately, Nigeria is a country that has been rooted deep in corruption to the extent that even ordinary Nigerians are now myopic to the truth. Honestly, being a Nigerian at this point is so devastating, because if you are staying in diaspora and you are enjoying whatever that is here, good roads, good amenities, good hospitals, but on remembering that you have family members that are in Nigeria and they are passing through hell, automatically you won't be happy because you are also part of it. Now, it's unfortunate that people, Nigerians, the common man in the street, that sees truth will come out here and be blabbing, trying to deviate from the truth because he wants his choice candidate that has already reached the election to become the president of Nigeria, not minding if that choice candidate of his will bring good governance. Unfortunately, somebody like Kula, I'm sorry to call his name, but I need to mention it, we come out openly here always. A common man in the street, Kule, that is suffering like every other Nigerian, that should be clamoring for good governance, for a change, to know whether his status will change in the society. But Kule is there, supporting evil, always coming here to defend whatever I don't know. If Tinubu has won this election free and fair, and the results were transmitted just like the INEC promised from the polling units, nobody will come here lamenting. I will say congratulations to him. But doing the wrong thing and expecting good thing to come out of it is just like playing to the gallery. Listen to me. They should not come here always and propagate this lie that there's no perfect election in the world. It's a typical lie. I live in diaspora. I've lived here almost getting to two decades. I have witnessed election upon elections, and I participated in elections. I can tell you authoritatively that there is perfect election. Here in Italy, where I'm residing, they recently had their presidential election. The polling unit opens by 7 o'clock in the morning. and closes by 11 o'clock in the night. And immediately you vote. Your vote goes straight to the portal and closes by itself. Nobody can even see where the vote is going. It goes to your portal directly. And immediately it's 11:05 after the election. The first exit polls comes out and people will be seeing the result. Immediately, latest 11:30 in the night, the result is announced. And nobody goes to the court because they know that it is the clear mandate of the people, wish of the people. But for some people coming here to say that Tinubu, this one, no. It's never done anywhere. I want to tell them this. Honestly, looking at Mr. Kunle appearance and seeing how he comes here to support these evil people, I weep for him. I'm not weeping for him because of him. I'm weeping because of people that are behind him. What is Mr. Kunle going to gain from this, from Mr. Tinubu by supporting him because he's a Yoruba man? Today, Tinubu, Mr. Buhari, the president, the current president, is from Daura in Katsina State. But Katsina is one of the most useless places, one of the worst place to live in Nigeria. No security. People are dying even in a situation whereby your brothers voted against you. Another man won your state. Now, if Mr. Peter Obi can win Abuja, the seat, the capital seat of the headquarters of administration, and still win the commercial city of Nigeria, of administration in Nigeria, which is Lagos, then tell me who voted for Mr. Tinubu? Automatically, he's trying to govern Nigerians, impose himself on Nigerians with a stolen mandate. Nobody voted this man. Now, Nigerians are getting it wrong. Why? If Nigerians want to get it right from the subsequent elections, what they should do is this. The electoral body should be independent, totally independent from the appointment of the government. How do you expect Mr. Buhari to appoint Mr. Yakubu as the chairman of the INEC? Then you expect Mr. Yakubu to go against the wish of Mr. Buhari. It can never be done. That means INEC is not independent. INEC is dependent. Now, tell me this. Why can't Mr. Buhari defend the outcome of the election? He's part of the rigging process. That is clear. They started this thing right from when he reappointed this Yakubu as the INEC chairman is the moment he started his rigging process. So any man or woman that comes out here to defend this evil will never depart from your family. That is the truth. Karma has a way of getting back to people. Now you coming here to say that Badebo is not a Yoruba man. No, he's a Yoruba man, and he must win Lagos to change things.
Mr. Sunday, good morning, Mr. Sunday. About here, Mr. Sunday, good morning. Yeah, online, you have the floor. Contribute to the program. Mr. Sunday, Mr. Sunday. About here, Mr. Sunday, good morning. Yeah, online, you have the floor. Contribute to the program. See, Mr. Sunday, Sunday's network is not working fine. Yes, with that, we are getting close to the end of the program. Please click on the like button. Yes, let's have Mr. Sunday once more.
Hello, good morning everyone. Yeah, good morning, Mr. Peter. Good morning, Mr. Good morning, everybody over the world. I've been doing well, and I'm happy to speak once again today.
Yeah, good morning, good morning.
I've been trying to jump on the good morning, my brother. I've been trying to jump on the network to stay down. But that was today, try work a little bit. Mr. Christian, God bless you, Mr. Matthew, and everybody is listening. I appreciate everybody. Thank God I'm getting better, heavier, happy. I started to prayer for everyone for me, and I say, may God bless you all. What I want to say this morning is about our the election and not COVID, and people we are this already and shouting. The election will know that what we call Babara nonsense. There is nothing like election in this country. And I will just let the world know that this will be the last election fear will go again. Because people have made up their mind to come out to vote. But Buhari and INEC and Tinubu scam the people and turn the vote to themselves. Because I know a right-sensitive man will never go out to vote to APC again to come to power. Because APC has been in power for 8 years, nothing to write home about. All what they are bringing every day is 200 children killing, hungry. Look at that. The issue of money, the issue of money they find that. It's just standing at the side making that inside cheaper. You understand? Because today, I know that CBN will come and tell us that the money they say that you don't want it or that you don't. Who are they deceiving? The elected paper in Nigeria is zero. You understand? We are still learning. We are not democratic. We are democracies. Because if you need democracy, you are into. Because when you go out to cast your vote are not count, and they will carry your vote to give who you don't support. That is something that is very, very annoying in this country. And it's better they have to decide where money is. They have to find a way to stop it to make this if not. Okay? See, in this Nigeria, there's nothing like Nigeria again because they have destabilized Nigeria, they have ended this country. Because they have ended Buhari and Buhari have finished the work. After crying for 2007, 2011 that they want to do Nigeria, this is what they want to do to
Tony, for
us.
your contribution this morning. God bless you, Mr. Sunday. I hope to call you after the program. Yeah, well, for that, we are going to end the program this moment. Please click on the like button and subscribe to Flip TV. I'm Christian Chuko. Thanks for watching. God bless you. Bye for now. Till tomorrow for another exciting edition of the program, Bystanders at the Distance.